Hey everybody, welcome back to Lesson 2, Intro to Personal Wellness Project. We're on our third step here. Almost done, but this is actually the big step for this lesson. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get our Google Docs organized into Google Collections. And you can think of this as like folders. So now, how are we going to do this? So if you remember recently in Google Sites, we created a web page that you're going to be placing all your great stuff over the next 4 years in. And that could be images, presentations, Google Docs, Google Spreadsheets, pretty much anything you want. And if you remember, the structure of our website was by department, and then each department had that subpage of the course. Okay, so we've pretty much done this before. But again, what's a little bit different with a site is you can basically share that site with everybody in the world. When it comes to Google Docs, we may not want to share that with everyone. We may want to share it with one person, 5 people, or publish it. So we're going to click on Google Docs, and again, we've logged into our Google account. You can see Documents is highlighted up at the top. And what we're going to do on the left-hand side, you can see under my collections, I don't have any collections yet. We're going to create the same structure on our left-hand side over here with our departments. In order to do that, I'm going to click on Create New. And it used to be called folders not too long ago, but now they're called collections. We're going to click on collection, and we're going to type in the same folder structure that you had for your website. Now again, I've created a folder or a collection, excuse me, called CTE, and we're going to go back to my collections, and I want to create another one called English. And you're just going to go right down the line like you did before with the all the departments that you have. When it comes to health and PE, we're going to do a subcategory or a sub-collection of that. And in order to do that, I see I have it highlighted over here. I'm going to click Create New. I'm going to go down to Collection. And now this one I'm going to call Freshman Health. Okay, so right now you can see that we've started out with CTE, English, Health/PE, and then a sub-collection inside of Health PE called Freshman Health. So let's pause the video right now. You're going to launch your Google Apps account. You're going to click on Documents, and you're going to create these collections. So let's pause the video right now and do that, please. Okay, welcome back. So you have on your left-hand side CTE, English, Health, and PE, and a sub-collection called Freshman Health. And while you guys were doing that work, I added a couple of more departments and the respective courses that would go in each of those departments. So you can see I added math, science, social studies, VPA, and world language. So what I want you to do now is, again, pause very quickly. You're going to add these respective departments and the respective courses you have in that. And again, this is helping you get organized for the next 4 years. This structure is pretty much going to hold true for the next 4 years. Okay, so let's pause the video again and create the remainder of the departments. Okay, welcome back one more time, and let's get into the next step of this part. All right, so you notice you've got your departments over here, and now you got something at the bottom of this thing where your collections are. And this is called Collections Shared with Me. These are folders, if you will, have been shared with you by teachers, clubs, individual folks. It really doesn't make a difference, but this is the stuff that other people have shared with you, and usually think of this like a big folder. So let's click on that, and now you're going to notice kind of the power of what we can do with Google. We have shared with you a folder called 2015 MPW. Now if you click on that collection, what you're going to notice in that is you have some documents that we are sharing with you kind of like as templates. This is kind of like a mastered handout that a teacher may have with you. You can't write your name on it, but you can go make a copy at the copy machine. What we're doing with this is doing this digitally. So we're giving you the templates for the website's documents that you're going to be working in My Personal Wellness, and you're actually going to kind of make a copy of this, and we're going to place this back into our freshman folder. freshman health folder. So how do we do that? So right now let's click on the 6 dimensions of wellness, which is one of the first things that we're going to be working on this course. And I just clicked on that, and this is going to launch 6 dimensions of wellness, which is a Google Doc. It kind of looks like Microsoft Word. Now you're going to notice up at the top it says File, Edit, View, Help. We cannot edit this as it stands right now. You can see right now it's private to Miss Palmer and about 5 more people. In order for you to edit this, we're actually going to have to do something unique with Google, and we're going to make a copy of this. So in the top left-hand corner, you're going to click on File, and you see where it says Make a Copy. Let's click on that, and you see comments will not be able to copy the new document. Just hit OK. You may or may not see that. And so here we go, copy of 6 dimensions of wellness. So this is private only to me. Now the first thing that we want to do is change the name of this document. We don't want to have our stuff called copy of. So there's a couple of ways to change the name. You can go File, Rename, and you get to the copy of. You get this little dialog box. But again, you know me, I want to do things quickly and efficiently. If you click right up here in the title of the document, it gets you right to where you want to go very quickly. Okay? Now, here's the thing that we have to be really careful on and make sure that we all are on the same page with this. When I'm changing the name of this, and you're going to do the same, you're going to type in 2015, because we're the graduating class of 2015, space, we're going to get rid of that 6 dimensions of wellness. We're going to leave that space there, so it's 2015, space, 6 dimensions of wellness. On the back end of this, we're going to put a space, dash, and then your last name, comma, your first initial. Okay, now why do we do all this extra business for each one? Remember, there's about 350 of you, and we're all sharing with this, and we're all part of 2015. So let's hit OK. Okay, so now I have a document that is my unique document, 2015 6 Dimensions of Wellness. It's from me. Now I'm going to basically have the ability to edit this. So now we're done with this particular document. You're going to do this for all of those documents, following the same naming protocol. So let's click back on our Google Docs tab at the top, and you're going to do that for wellness goals, personal fitness, and food labels. Now what you're going to notice here is if I were to click on Home, I now have a new document in my Google Docs called 2015 6 Dimensions of Wellness. So what I'd like you to do right now is pause the video. You're going to go back into these documents, and you're going to rename them so you have 4 new documents with 2015, the name of the document, and space, dash, space, your last name, comma, your first initial. It's a little tedious, but let's get to it. Okay, so pause the video now and let's do that, please. Okay, if you made it this far, you're a rock star, because I know it's a little bit tedious, but we're just about there, trust me. So what do? We have created these 4 new documents in our Google Docs, and you can see this icon is actually a document. We'll talk about different icons in Google at a later time, but you can see the little blue things with the name, and here's 2015, the name of the document, space, dash, Hanahan T with your last name and your first initial there. And so now I got 4 of these things, and if you notice at the bottom of this, here are the template ones I cannot edit, and these I can edit. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do, again, another cool thing about Google and saving time. Here we go. Yes, yada, yada, Mr. Hanahan. Let's click on and open up and expand. You can see these little arrows actually expand our collections. And I'm going to click on Freshman Health. So there's nothing in Freshman Health right now. Okay, so I'm going to click back on Home, and I want to move these very quickly into my Freshman Health collection. So I selected our 4 documents that are ours with 2015, the document name dash Hanahan T, or your last name, and you're going to drag that in. You can see I'm moving all 4 into the Freshman Health folder, and then I'm going to drop it. Okay, so now you're going to notice, you see what's different now. I have a document with this little kind of extra information off to the right. And because you guys have listened so much, I'm going to give you some extra cool tips to kind of customize this whole thing anyway. But you can see it's a little blue thing there, Freshman Health. So now we have these things in our respective collection called Freshman Health. if I click on Freshman Health on the left, there they are. All of these are all nice and neat, kind of tucked away in our Freshman Health folder. Okay, so we're done up to this point. Now what do we have to do, Mr. Onian? In order for all of us to get to the point where you're going to put this in a website, you have to share it with us. And this is probably the biggest mistake that folks have done in previous years. They create an awesome document, they spend all the time inserting information into it, typing it up, researching it, and they forget to share it with us. If you don't share it with us, we can never see it. Okay? So instead of sharing it individually each time, we're going to do something fancy this year, and we're going to click on the entire folder that you created, and you see this share button, and you're going to click on share, and now, right now, it's private. I'm the only person who can see it, and we're going to add people. Now, first thing I want to do, if you add people, you may want to send them an email, but in this case, don't send an email. We love the class of 2015, but we do not want to get 350 emails saying, hey, we've shared a collection with you. So what we're doing is unselecting this button, and you're going to click in here, and you're going to start typing 2015 MPW at ncps-k12.org. Okay, 2015 MPW at ncps-k12.org. Okay, now you can share it as a view or edit. Right now you can share it as an edit. If you share as an edit, your teachers can edit it, make comments into it. If you share it with a view only, we can't touch it. So again, it's up to you. Right now we're just going to share it as an edit. Share and save. Okay, skipping this invitation. If you skip the sending an email notification, folks will have to sign in before they notice it, which is fine for this case. In future situations, you may want to give folks a heads up they're actually getting something. You can click OK. And now you know, if you see this screen, it says 2015 MPW, can edit or view. That means that you've done your job for today, okay, which is the big job. We've created all of our collections on the left-hand side. We've created health and PE collection. Inside that collection, we've created freshman health, and we've actually renamed these documents to the appropriate names, and using our dash, your last name, comma, your first initial, and you shared it. You've done an awesome job today. Here is the benefit of listening to this entire video, and you guys have been awesome. Okay? You can change the colors of all this stuff, which is actually kind of cool. Let's say we want to change the health, and we want to change the color to something, I don't know, let's say it's change it to something bright and airy, and I'm going to change it to blue. Okay? You can start changing these colors depending upon how you want to do it. So you can change math to, let's say you're going to change that color, I don't know, you got the idea. You can change it to red because you got to really focus on math this year. Whatever you want to do, you can change the colors in that. And the same thing for your sub folders. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. If your screen looks like this at the end of the period, okay, raise your hands, have one of the teachers come and check over you and make sure that this is all done, and then you've got this component done. This is a really big task that we're going to get done. It's going to set us up for success for the rest of the project. Okay, thanks a lot for listening to me. I know it kind of went on and on and on, but I greatly appreciate it, and hopefully, guys, this will help you through the remainder of the project and the rest of your years. Thanks.